Good morning, my friend.
Good morning.
Ryan Sullivan, Denis Marx. We are going to a early morning hiking workout, right?
What are we doing today?
So we are going to the Ryon's early morning workout hiking here in the Runyon Canon, right?
That's it.
Here in Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. And we will try to record some stuffs or steps to the top of the mountain. And how do you feel about it, my friend?
I'm excited. We're gonna episode 1 hike to our future.
Yay! I love it.
Yeah,
so
into your future.
yeah,
Our future.
our future, yeah. So Ryan, can you turn on your flashlight? There we don't have lights, so Ryan will help us to see the way,
The trail.
the trail.
We're gonna fall off
Okay.
the mountain.
Yeah, so probably in the hiking we're gonna be in silence, just step by step to the top. Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy.
Let's go. Yeah. Now turn it on. Yeah. Ready, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We gotta look for little eyeballs shining.
Oh my gosh. Okay, no animals.
Oh,
This is Ryan.
now we stretch.
Okay.
Alright. Actually, we'll do it in the dark. So cool. There's something out there.
Yeah. I can hear it too.
Oh, did it stop?
I follow you.
Yeah. I feel pretty good. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, my friend. Alright. Let's go there.
I'm not gonna wear it. I'm just gonna put it down. I don't think we're gonna come across anybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Can't believe you did this at night.
Yeah, this is awesome, Ryan. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm good, my friend. I'm good. I did all the hiking last time like this.
Oh my
Can you
God.
see the moonlight? Your shadows at the floor, the ground. I was like this.
Different experience.
Yeah, I love it. Ouch. Uh-huh.
Everybody's sleeping.
Let's see. Wow. Look the moon. I can see here. Yeah. Yeah. When I did last time, Ryan,
Yeah.
when I got the top, when I arrived there, the first light of the sunrise up here. Thank you, my friend. Whew. It was beautiful, right?
Wow.
Really, really beautiful.
Yeah, you can see the sunrise.
Yeah. And I forgot about it.
Things we take for granted, you know? So much beauty in the simplicity.
Exactly, my friend. Exactly. We are speaking the same language.
You need to appreciate it, you know?
Cool.
And like what we were talking about yesterday or last time. It's like, this is here for us, you know? It's like,
Exactly.
this is just, it just exists.
Exactly.
And we're engulfing ourselves in nature.
Perfect.
I love it.
I think it's not only here for us, I think it's us.
Yeah.
We are the natural, you know?
Good point. I love
We come from the earth, you
Yeah.
know?
It's true. Yeah, we come from the earth, we go
Yeah,
back.
go first.
Okay.
Exactly. Sometimes we forgot about it
Yeah.
and we create a kind of disconnection
Yep.
of the natural, and we start to be how I say when something is not natural?
Artificial.
Artificial. Yeah, exactly. Some of my students students. They do the same stuff. Like sometimes I need to speak in front another people, in front of a group, and I don't have what to say. I forgot. My mind become blank, you know, empty.
Disconnected from
exactly. It is because they are trying to be unnatural, artificial. They are trying to be different. Like another thing, they are not the stuff that they are trying to show to the people.
They're just showing something they're not.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the reason.
And I realize that when we get so caught up in our bubble, you know, our stresses and whatever's going on in our life, you know, it's easy to get what do you call it? It's easy to get consumed with things that aren't natural, you know, like and I think coming out here, it's like a reconnection.
Perfect.
You know? Yeah.
Perfect analogy.
It's like if we look back, all our worries and stresses like exist out there. And how many millions of people are going through troubles and stresses. But then right now we're physically separated from it. And it kind of makes you realize that like we're living in a bubble down there and we don't have to. So coming out here kind of makes you realize what's real. Like this is real. This is
my friend. Perfect.
We don't have to like force this. You know?
Perfect. Yeah, beautiful.
Refreshes my brain.
Yeah. Cool, man. Nice. Thank you, Ryan. It's beautiful. Yeah, amazing. I love it.
So how did you feel when you came by yourself?
Man, I was alive. Yeah, I was feeling my true, you know, like I did it. I wake up, I got my keys, I drove my car, and I started. I had the perfect excuse, right? Yeah, so you had a
I was not feeling well.
yeah, you was not feeling well, and I never did it before. But do you remember when I told you that I was doing a kind of deal with my body and my mind? So the deal was like existing, you know, it happened. So if I did it, I will commit a mistake, and my body and my mind maybe could start to don't trust me no more, you know. What? I'm good, I'm alive.
That's part of the excitement.
Yeah. So I did the deal, and it wasn't an option. Don't do it.
Good.
You know?
Yeah.
So I just did it.
So amazing, man. So amazing. It was tough for me, right? To wake up at 5 a.m. before the 5 a.m. because in my lifestyle, I'm supposed to be going to bed, going to sleep at 5 a.m. So this is a kind of drastic changing for me, but I'm feeling good. My day looks like a year right now. Awesome.
Yeah.
So
I did stuff for 3 days, and when I saw the time, it was like 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. oh p.m. sorry. So how it's possible.
Why,
Ouch.
So what do you think the biggest challenges with, you know, doing something different, especially like this drastic?
Uh-huh.
What do you think? Where's the block that starts to make you think that you shouldn't do it?
Uh-huh.
Like, what do you, for you personally, like, is it just the, hold on. Wendy and I were talking about it, and we were talking about how, like, we came to a point where we're tired of compromising with ourselves, you know?
Uh-huh.
And when we want to do something new, we feel this resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were talking about the other day. The resistance sometimes intensifies and gets stronger.
True.
And we'll make up reasons why not to get up at 5 a.m. or 4:30, whatever. And I think that's, I mean, it's a big challenge for me. So I'm curious if there's, I guess I was pulling from David Goggins when he said to go to war with yourself.
Uh-huh.
Wendy and I were talking, that's literally what it feels like. It's like you have a feeling inside you that will make every excuse in the world. Like,
Uh-huh.
oh, you know what, you're comfy, or you know what, you worked out hard yesterday, or hey, you know what, you don't have time to get a breakfast, or whatever it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And your brain will give you every excuse that the rational mind will
Yeah.
take. And so it's like in that moment, it's like right now, this feeling I'm feeling, all it took was to fight those feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Just for 10 minutes. We've been doing this for 10 minutes like that.
Yeah.
And now we're experiencing something that is so valuable, you know?
True, right.
And it's like that block that stops us. It's like, how do we interact with that, or how do we think differently about it?
Mm-hmm.
So Wendy and I were talking about not just hiking, not just getting up early, but things we want to accomplish in our lives, or things that we think we want to do. And it's a similar idea. We meet, you know, resistance at anything that's new, right?
True.
But it's almost like when we have that feeling of like not wanting to do it, realizing that everything that we know and that we're comfortable with has gotten us to this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in order to
What?
did you get eaten? You okay? But everything we know, I'll go that way.
Alright.
Has gotten us to this point, so we have to, you know, we were talking about like surrendering or making a decision.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like facing that feeling in the face. And being
Perfect.
Like, hey, this feeling is stopping me from doing what I really want to do.
Yeah.
So, like David Gunn said, you have to go to war with yourself. And it's literally like that feeling, thinking like you've gotten me this far, but now you don't need to. We have to fight that feeling if we're ever going to do anything, right? So like sorry, I'm out of breath. I don't even know
No
if I'm making
problem.
sense.
We are hiking.
But like, so that feeling of, oh shit, anxiety, not wanting to, a million reasons why you don't want to do it. It's like recognizing that that's based on our limiting beliefs, right?
Perfect.
And then, you know, there was a story of that secular Buddhism podcast where he talks about a raft. And he talks about, like, there's a river. You build and you build a raft to get across it. So what should you do with the raft when you get across? And, you know, his answer was, you know, you leave it behind because it helps you through that part of the journey, but carrying that raft with you isn't going to help you get to where you need to go. So it's like, leave the raft, leave everything that brought you to this point, and start something new, do something different, you know?
Cool, amazing.
And I love that because it's like, if we think about our conditioning, our childhoods, our experiences, our memories, it's gotten us to a certain point, you know? And the more we we think about that stuff or we reflect on the past, it's rooting us back there, and it doesn't allow us to kind of keep going, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like the raft, you got thankful for it. Hey, I'm thankful for even any bad stuff or anything that you think might have been negative in your life. Be thankful for it, because it got you here to realize like you want more.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
and then like leave it behind, and now go to war with yourself. That feeling you feel of not wanting to do it, man, know that in order to not feel that feeling, you have to fucking go straight at it. Get up at 5 a.m. and do this, because now look what we're gonna see. Everybody's sleeping.
This is amazing. Yeah,
so cool,
right.
Man. We were talking about that pretty heavily the other night.
Man, I was having the same kind of thoughts.
Yeah?
Yeah, because yeah, physically, of course, we need to do it.
Yeah.
You are completely right, my friend. But sometimes we can have muscles but be sad.
Yeah.
We can have a beautiful face, beautiful hair, but be like empty inside. You know, this is not the goal. The goal is beautiful, have a good hair, and have muscles, and be like full of good energy inside, with a lot of potentials. And I was thinking about the same stuff. So I'm doing the works with alchemy, right? This is amazing. I love it. But I understood that the thing that I really want in my life, I was doing like my 5 a.m. workouts. I never did. I never really did. I understood. Dealing with my mind, dealing with my body, I understood that all that I did before was like excuses. So if I want to help people to be better, to become a new version of themselves, I need to really do it. I need to start to get serious about it. I told you that I'm a professional with my ideas of Pendulum Academy, right?
Of course.
But it's a lie. I can do better.
Wow.
Let me just get a take from here. I can do better.
I like that mentality, because you become comfortable or settled.
This is a dog, a coyote.
Oh no, it's crazy.
What is this? Yeah, Raya. This is the reward. Yeah, just to save a battery. This is the reward. You have to pay a price to live things like this, right? So about the Pendulum Academy, I'm doing really good, but I can do better, my friend. I can live from this stuff.
Well, it's like when you first learn to walk, right?
Exactly.
You're like stumbling, and then you start to walk better.
Yeah.
But then what? Is that the only thing you're ever going to do is walk? No, you learn to run.
Yeah.
You learn to climb. So you're always
to jump. Yeah.
So like right now, you're at that stage where you're, I'm good. I feel good about what I'm doing. But now I know that there's no limit.
Yeah, exactly. This is the feeling. Yeah, that's the feeling. Perfect.
And like you're on top of the world, and here we are.
Literally. Amazing, my friend. I love it.
And I'm thankful for this. I take this for granted. You know, being here, just the physical nature of this. Like it's in our backyard, you know. And you know, at times when we get consumed with that, I think since I was in Utah, I realized that connection to nature is just so huge. I mean, it's like you said earlier, where we come from and where we go to when we die, and it's just this cycle of life, right?
Yeah.
And it's like being here, like this thing is alive for us to enjoy it, you know. And this is where we belong. This is like our family, our everything. This is us.
Yeah.
But we get so consumed with that out there, and it's beautiful. But there's so many things that, consume us, that seem important. But then when you're up here, you realize, like you said, the littler, what is that saying you said? The smaller you realize you are, the bigger you actually become.
Perfect.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Like this makes me feel tiny. This makes me feel so tiny.
But only you here in the top of the mountain.
How
look.
big do you feel?
Yeah. That's the feeling, my friend. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. I love it.
Continue?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Phew.
God. And Chris, man, that's amazing. That's incredible. That's incredible.
Really nice. So yeah, my friend, so now I will do my stuffs for the job, of course, to get money. I have my baby that's coming right now, so I need to do it, but I can't go further with this idea. If I have my heart that I can do it, if I'm not doing it, it's like a knife inside my heart, like cut my chest, and it's cause a little big pain, you know, it's strong pain. So I don't need to live like this, you know. So yeah.
So what's your biggest technique? I mean, like when you what we were talking about earlier, when you feel the resistance and you realize there's something you want to do and you're not doing it, and it feels like it's tearing you apart and cutting you up. What's your technique to get beyond that, to keep going?
The same thing that you do with another person. I just listen to it.
Nice.
I just start to listen to it. I sometimes it's hard to understand, like you and your girl.
Sure.
Sometimes it's hard to understand. I know that she is trying to say something, she understands something, but sometimes I can't understand. I can't get it, you know. So what I have to do, just listen to it. So when I understand, I get there. So now let's work to adjust some stuffs. And you will be happy, I will be happy too. If we are happy, we have double happiness. You know?
Amazing.
Yeah, so just listen to it, because we have all the answers. It's not the books.
No.
The books can help you, man.
Books are tools. This way I feel is a little easier, less.
Oh yeah? I will follow you for sure.
Yeah, just follow my footsteps.
Yeah, let's go there.
Hey, why don't you get in front? Well, no, you can follow me.
Yeah, better. No, I can see, I can see. Okay. I can see where you are. Okay. Whoa, a little challenge.
Yeah. We have a little drop off here. So I like this way because it really has a lot of dirt.
Oh
it's
yeah,
so
yeah,
slippery. And if you step on the rock part, it just grips you. You know?
All right, all right.
The rock.
I'm good. I'm good. I still good. Wow.
I know this seems a little scary, but it's actually pretty safe.
I'm
Just
good.
step on
Very
the rock.
good.
Your shoes will just grip it. Yeah.
Yeah, your shoes.
Oh, yeah, mine. Maybe not your. Oh yeah. I forgot.
Sorry, my friend. Don't call the police,
Yeah,
please.
you stole them.
Yeah.
Stole all my shit.
Sorry, right?
Let's do a little jog right here. Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Just hang it. Go right here. You okay?
Yeah. Just go, my friend. Just go. Wow.
Sometimes I like to just turn the light off because I feel like the light helps, but it's artificial, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, let's run.
Man, this is amazing. Put your hands up, right? Yeah.
You know, and that's what you said about, you know, when you're having a conversation either with your significant other or whoever, and you're not you're not necessarily flowing,
Uh-huh.
and it's a really hard thing to take a step back from what you think, like how you're perceiving the conversation,
Uh-huh.
and realize that they're also perceiving it a certain way, right? And in order for growth to happen, we have to let go of what we feel is like needing to be right, or I forget what it is, but I don't know. It's just the feel. Like Wendy and I were talking the other day, and she's incredible. Like she's doing something now because she's decided that she doesn't want. She wants more, right? So even in our conversations, like she is so poised and calm, and we discuss things so much deeper. And it's because we realize that just going back and forth isn't gonna not resolve anything, but it's like we're not gonna grow, you know. So she's on this new journey where she's, man, like where we, you know, like say you're talking to Diana and you guys don't see eye to eye on something, instead of engaging in that emotion, like you said, it's like sitting in it, feeling it, and then wondering, like, what's causing this? Like, why am I feeling this emotion? So, you know, Wendy and I have started to really dive into when we can recognize that, and it could be the littlest thing, and it's nothing crazy or bad, but it's just we want to get beyond what we know. So we're trying to open up those conversations to really explore like our minds and how we feel and understand, and kind of not create a new reality, but let go of
I think so.
Let go of the stuff.
Create a new reality. Yeah, I think so.
Let go of the stuff that creates those feelings in the first place. I feel like I'm talking gibberish.
But it's really nice, Ryan. This kind of conversation can show us our level of consciousness. We can understand where we are when we have this kind of conversation. You are showing deep layers of yourself for another person. This is the connection. This is the I believe this is our truth.
I like that.
And it's not permanent.
Not permanent.
You know, our truth is not inchangeable. Make sense? These words.
Intangible, yeah.
So you have the truth now, but you are in the truth. Try to follow me.
I'm following.
So we are part of the truth. How it can be possible? Okay. Let me breathe. Exists one truth, the unique one that exists before you arrive in this physical world. It's continuing to exist in the while that you are here, and it will be continued after you are gone. You are part of this reality, and you have the power to do your stuff. This is the co-creation of the reality. So the new truth is the truth that you have the power to change things. Conscience, like conscience, change the things. Make sense?
Yep.
Can you?
Yeah, you're conscious. You're
Conscience creating.
creating.
So when you're creating, you co-creating. So you have your part of the responsibility of the creation. You only can do it conscious when you become like a little bit of water that met the ocean.
Okay.
You have a cup of water, and you put this cup of water in the ocean. What's happened after this? You can get the water back?
No.
This is the expansion of conscience. When you understand that you are son of the God, you know?
A little part of
The creation.
creation.
Yeah. that can create. A dog can't build a building, you know, but you can. And you can have a dog at house. The dog can't have a human, a group of humans. Yeah, sometimes looks like.
Yeah.
Some families look like.
It does.
The dog has the owner of the family, but it's not like this. You are son of the creation. You are a son of the God. You don't need to call it God. You can call it conscience, higher self.
Yeah.
You make a decision.
Yeah.
It's your creation.
Call it whatever you want.
You know? And this is the best part, because when you understand it, you can feel that your heart is a special place. This is a portal for another dimension, literally. Yeah.
That's amazing. I like that idea. It's a portal
Yeah.
to a different dimension. It's a portal to the truth. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
The truth.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wanted to share with you because I'm sure you would appreciate it. But you know, Wendy, she's an inspiration to me. I mean, she's always pushing herself to be better, to be better, to be better. And at times, I think when we, and this is all her words, you know, she just said, you know, at the times when we push so hard, yes, we're pushing, but then sometimes it can get overwhelming, you know, if we let it, because then we're just replacing one stress for another stress, right? So she's, you know, been acknowledging it and recognizing it and adapting and doing different things that'll help her, and she's been so consistent in helping herself that it's led her to a point of like,
It's amazing.
She's at a point now where like it blew my mind, and I use her as an example for me to follow, not follow but learn from, I guess. And she's making changes and doing things now in her life that are truly facing that resistance, that battle. And she's been doing it for a long time, and she's, you know, helped me a ton. But now she's realized, she's like, you know what? These feelings I feel of like not wanting to do something or not doing or not holding myself accountable. She's like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And she realized, just like when we started this hike, like there's nothing holding us back, right?
Yeah.
Other than ourselves.
But this is the system, Ryan. This is the matrix.
Yeah.
Sounds like a movie, crazy movie, but this is the truth.
Yeah.
Like Alice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This is the
Going down the rabbit hole.
This is the truth.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. There is nothing holding you. You can create everything that you want, but you believe.
Yeah.
You have like limited beliefs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, limited
so
beliefs. Yeah.
This is the fight, the real fight. This is the battle. Battlefield.
Something, and I think, you know, obviously we're not the only ones who experience this. You know, I think most people experience
every single one.
Yeah. So, you know, we were talking about earlier. It's like when you meet that resistance, sometimes it can blind you. Sometimes it can take over your brain and make you think that what you're saying is right in that moment. But then something in the back of you is still saying, you know, afterwards you feel, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have done this, or I should have done this, right? But in that moment, that feeling is so strong. And we were talking about how like everybody deals with this, right? But what's the how do you turn the dial to recognize in that moment, right? In the moment? And I think that's what a hard thing is it's so easy for people to get to that point of not wanting to pursue or listening to the thoughts in their head, and like what's the tool or technique we can do in that moment? And we came up with, you know, when we realize that we're feeling this, whatever it is, you said, just feel it. Just feel it.
Yeah.
And then something I learned from that podcast is that once you can just feel it, and you recognize that you are just feeling something because of the causes and conditions in your life, like there's something happening around you, in your mind, whatever it is, that's creating this feeling, right? So knowing and believing that this feeling isn't you, that you're just experiencing it, and like you said earlier, like it will pass, it'll go.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then I think once you can shine a light on it that way, shine a light. When you shine a light on it that way, then you start to detach from it.
Yes.
So like in that moment, realize I'm feeling a certain way, but then the next thing we came up with was now talking to ourselves and saying, I don't want to feel this way anymore. This feeling I'm feeling, this feeling I'm feeling is so strong, and I don't like where it leads me. That I see it, I know I'm just feeling it in the moment, but now I'm not going to avoid it. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna absorb it, and I'm gonna go directly at it, and then hopefully it's like what we said earlier about the raft. It's like, that's just our conditioning that's making us feel that way, right? So I think once we can understand that, we can say, all right, well, I don't want this anymore, so I'm in charge now. I'm in charge. And it's almost like there's two entities, you know, your consciousness and your mind-body connection, right? And now what we do is we separate from it, and now we're going to war with ourselves. Saying, you know what? No, I know you're making me feel this way. I'm in charge.
Yeah.
And I told Wendy, I was like I tell myself, fuck you. Fuck, you're not, no, this is not happening. I see you now. You've allowed me to get to this point, and I'm thankful for it, but I don't want any of this anymore. So it's crazy. It's like an internal dialogue that we have that allows us to see the thing, say, hey, I see you, okay, I'll feel you, but I see you. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to put it in words.
No, I got it. Yeah.
So it's like in that moment, and it's so hard to do in the moment because it's like the balance, the feelings that you're conditioned with seem to outweigh the positive work at times that you're doing, you know? And whatever way the scale tips is sometimes the way your reaction or your response goes, right? So back to your point, that's why it's so important to be aware of the thoughts in your head, in your mind, and realize which way it's leading you, right? I don't know.
I think in our last talking, I told you that really is really important to have a dream to pursue it. Pursuit is a pursuit. Because this is like a sign for you when you get stressed. Just remember your dream. This is leading you for your dream, or you wanna be selfish to be like, I am the man. I am the best one. It's not about us. It's about everyone, another person's. Your happiness, I can say about yours, but based off my happiness, I can say to the world, it's about helping another person. This is a kind of energy that is really strong, really powerful. When you give one, you receive 10. When you give 10 that you receive 100. It, you have 100. Yeah.
It just keeps multiplying.
And that's it. This is the truth for me. And this is the reason that I have a lot of conversations, and I always have a lot to say to the people. Sometimes I know they get tired, but they did a choice. They decide to speak with me. They follow the way to get where I'm right now. So I think the truth is your heart. Your heart points for somewhere. Somewhere is your dream. You just have to go there, you know, and let it be. You can't fight with yourself. And I discovered it the worst way. Yeah, so we can't, because it's like a baby. It's like a child. You can say fuck you for our children, you know, because we are understanding your body. You can be 50, 60, but you are a little kid, a little baby, because your soul is old.
That's a good way to look at it.
But your body has what, 38?
38 years.
You know? So you have to take care. Yeah, you have to take care about your body, of course, but your mind controls your body. And your mind is a kind of filter that like it's a kind of block for your truth, you know. And the heart is a special place because this is the way to get there.
Crazy that we have something in us, not literally our heart, but you know, like what do they call it, third eye or whatever. But that is has your true direction, but it lives inside something that wants to stop it. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
It's like you have something inside you naturally, but then on the other side you have something that fights it.
Yeah, this is a kind of magnet.
Yeah. Well, is that the idea?
Positive
of the balance?
and negative sides, right?
You know, you were saying something about not being selfish in those moments of feeling that. And I think that, you know, whether it be in meditation or in a stressful moment, I think that's a good thing to latch onto is why are you doing it? You know, like why? And for me, it always, Wendy and Mimi always pop up. And I think that's, I found my little, my heart in a sense.
No
clue.
clue.
So it's like if I'm feeling upset, I know that feeling won't help anything else around me.
Yeah.
And especially if I want to be good for Wendy and Mimi, I need to work extra hard on myself. So it's like once I have that understanding, and it's like I don't feel like I'm doing it for me anymore.
You got it. Yeah, the same way.
And that gives me the motivation, like a little click of like getting through a fucking good hike or something. Like, no, I got to be my best, not just for me, of course, but like for everything I got to do in this life. You know, for you to be a good friend.
Yeah,
you know,
cool.
to communicate better with you and have open conversations with you. Like I need to challenge myself to be better. Not because I think I started it the wrong way where I was thinking I gotta be better because I want to be happy and I want to feel good. But it's like a backwards way of thinking because if I'm only thinking of myself, there's no way it'll bring anything else other than myself, and that's selfish, and ultimately it won't last because if I'm only doing it for myself, what's the point of that?
I think this is a kind of do you know, like the game with magnets is like one positive, another negative. You point one and two magnets, and it starts to do like a movement. It's like the little metal balls, like tack, tack, tack. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You sometimes try to do something good for yourself, like I want to be better because I want to be happy. You are pushing. You know, like pushing the ball, but the ball will get back and
it'll come back. It comes right back to you.
And when you understand it, another ball starts to go, you know, and it is gonna be back. You know?
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, because it's positive and negative. It's the same thing. It's the movement to grow, you know?
And that gets me thinking about the idea of when we're feeling happiness or we're feeling sadness or we're feeling anger, it's the idea, it's here. And I take happiness, for example, for these trips to my grandma's house. I love the drive now. I just love it. It's the morning sun and I don't know, I love it. But I have to catch myself and not just holding on to that, knowing that, like you just said, it's a ball, have it, but it's gonna go away. And then where am I gonna be, right? But it'll come back. You know? And so anytime I'm now recognizing like a happiness, I'm feeling good, I recognize like, hey, I'm thankful for this. Whatever's happening right now, I feel good. I'm going to enjoy this. But I know it's not going to last. You know, I know that change is inevitable, you know, but then I can use that on the other side and use it for when I'm angry or sad. You know, using that technique, just feel it. And then soon the pendulums of the ball will go away. But knowing it's going to come back, I think, then kind of recalibrates your mind, you know?
I have an insight.
Tell me.
So we have one guy, one friend. It's like Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And we have another one, Hermes Trismegistus. Did you heard about it?
No.
From the old Egypt, 5,000 years ago. So it's the same idea. They have some rules of the universe or laws of the universe, and the first one is the universe is mental, right? We have another laws, but it makes me remember the law of pendulum. It's like the same thing of the balls. But if you understand that you don't need to stay in the same place, I will bring you
please.
something.
Yeah.
You know that sometimes you get sadness, huh? Like sad, like bad. If you understand how to get back really fast, really quick, you will do like this. There is a pendulum. Goodness, when you start to get back, you change the issue. And you just pull for another way, you know, and you start to grow. This is the expansion, like a growth, exponential growth.
Wow.
You know, you just have to understand quick, fast, how to get out of the sad. Because in another episode of your life, you will understand that you will meet another way to get sad. So just learn to get out there quick.
That's amazing.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So, or you will start to live like a circle.
Repeat the cycle over and over
Again,
and over.
you have a lesson. It's like the school. If you don't do the test right, you have to redo it. You have to do it again.
Yeah.
This is the game of life. And the video game is the same thing. Is if you can't kill the master,
you gotta start over. Yeah.
you have to do it again. It's the same thing.
I like the idea of the pendulum though, like how you, if it goes back and forth, how once it's going this way, you can change the angle of this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
And basically, so this pendulum is, it's not all there is. You know what I mean? It's like that idea of going back and forth, but
yeah.
thinking that this is all there is false.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you just blew my mind with
Cool,
that.
cool.
Because it's like you can manipulate, but yeah, you can manipulate things in your reality. Like this is a constant. People see that thing, like that's what it does. No one ever thinks about, hey, what if you spread them apart a little bit, and what does that do with that feeling or that emotion? And I mean,
yeah.
God, amazing.
For you, my friend, little gift for this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just remember me that the GoPro is here, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, my friend.
All right, we'll do a quick one.
All right.
I'm gonna do push-ups, pull-ups. You do whatever you want.
The same up
Yeah.
there, that's fine.
See this? We have to do this from now on. I mean, I feel like this energy I have approaching something, it's a completely different viewpoint now. You know, it's like seeing this. I feel like I'm just pulling myself.
Cool,
Like,
Ryan. That's
you know what I
it. It's the same thing of the money in the street and the window, you know. So now you can see
I can
now.
see now.
Yeah. So today is gonna be this one. Let me show you.
I'm gonna show you how we built a 50 million.
I was like, I've seen this ad.
Yeah.
We're gonna listen to that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Do it.
Do it.